many times have I said Angel Reese is not an impact player? I mean, she definitely has an impact on losing, but Angel Reese has absolutely no effect on winning. Again, not only was Uncle KC right, he now has a WNBA legend repeating his brilliant observations of pretend basketball? If you don't believe me, go ask Teresa Weatherspoon, or ask her current head coach Tyler Marsh, who will soon be joining Teresa in the food stamp line, hoping to get enough Ethiopian breadcrumbs to make it through the winter.
What do you think happens when a rising star's golden opportunity crumbles overnight? Angel Reese was at the top of her game, but suddenly, major sponsorships vanished, leaving her brand in a tailspin. Was it mismanagement, a lack of authenticity, or something bigger tied to Caitlin Clark's unprecedented rise? Stick around as we reveal the critical moments that turned Angel's career into a lesson in brand survival. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Every once in a while, there will be a role player who presents themselves as a superstar. They're elite pretenders. They're brilliant at convincing people to buy into their world of make-believe. Jordan refuses to be the ultimate victim. He is living proof that you can overcome anything if you are determined enough to overcome it. I know she has given herself all of these doofus aliases. To her credit, Angel Reese has marketed herself as a big deal. Double Double Barbie, Me Bound Barbie, Bayou Barbie, Bricklayer Barbie.
Angel Reese's rise to stardom was something out of a dream. She dominated on the court with her fearless playing style, catching the attention of fans and media alike. Her personality off the court only added to the hype. Bold, confident, and unapologetically herself. It wasn't long before big brands started calling. Reebok locked her into a campaign that positioned her as the relatable face of the next generation. For a while, it felt like Angel was unstoppable. Fans filled arenas to watch her, her highlights went viral, and everyone had her name on their lips. It seemed like she was on the brink of building an empire that could rival some of the biggest names in the sport. But then the narrative started to shift. Caitlin Clark entered the scene with a style of play that wasn't just about skill, it was about spectacle. It wasn't just her three-pointers or no-look passes, it was the way she completely took over moments.
And how ridiculous and disgusting some of this reaction has been. Through nearly 2 seasons in the WNBA, the only thing Angel Reese has proven is she can't win games. Marketing and promotion can only take you so far. Her PR team has done a brilliant job at polishing the turd, but there always comes a point when the polish melts off the turd and you will be expected to perform. Angel Reese is not an impact player. She's not someone you can rely on to carry a team to a championship. The Chicago Bravado, they cannot rely on Angel Reese to secure off-season access to the Golden Toilet.
The tipping point came when Clark touched down in Chicago and was met with a crowd that could have easily been mistaken for a pro-level reception. Reporters swarmed, fans chanted, and it felt like the entire city came alive just for her. From a sponsorship perspective, the contrast couldn't have been clearer. Clark wasn't just the better player on paper. She was the player people were showing up for. Ice Cube even put a number on it. A rumor broke out that Clark had turned down a $5 million sponsorship offer, and the conversation shifted. It wasn't just about how much she was worth, but the belief that money spent on her would come back tenfold. For brands, this was their green light to bet on Clark. And for Reese, it was a warning sign. Words like inconsistent and drama began circling in business circles. Sponsors needed someone they could count on, and many began to doubt if Reese fit the bill. Numbers didn't help her case either. While Caitlyn drove up jersey sales, ticket revenue, and TV ratings, Reese's metrics started lagging behind. There was even speculation that Reese had started avoiding games with Clark to escape head-to-head comparisons. And as her relevance dimmed under Clark's rise, sponsors didn't just move away from Reese, they reconsidered their entire approach to these partnerships. Rebuilding isn't just about fixing what's broken. It's about changing the story entirely. For Angel Reese, the challenge is clear: stepping out of Caitlyn Clark's shadow and convincing the world she doesn't need to stand next to anyone to shine. The hard truth is, Clark's dominance has redefined the focus in women's basketball, and Reese can no longer rely on comparisons to keep her name relevant. Public perception sticks. And for Reese, that means shaking off the reputation of being part of a rivalry that never really felt balanced. Industry insiders have made one thing clear: it all starts with authenticity. Analysts say Reese needs to cut the comparisons and build something that feels real. Being authentic in sports branding isn't just about personality, it's about connecting with values that matter. Reese's charisma and confidence once made her the relatable star everyone wanted to root for, but chasing headlines and controversies diluted her appeal. Imagine if she shifted the attention back to what brought her here: her skill, her flair, and her unique approach to the game. It's not like Reese is without examples to follow. Athletes like Serena Williams and even LeBron James faced their moments of doubt early on, but what set them apart wasn't only their talent, it was the way they owned their individual stories. Serena leaned into themes of perseverance while LeBron focused on community and leadership. Reese has opportunities to do the same. Her story doesn't need to mirror anyone else's, and that's the key. This goes beyond Reese, though. The WNBA benefits when its stars aren't just competing but carving their own lanes. The league wants multiple stars, not a narrative where one dominates while the others fade into the background. Sponsors now value something deeper than viral moments. They want players who inspire loyalty, trust, and connection. That means Reese needs to prioritize actions over image if she wants back into their good graces. The road ahead isn't easy. Clark is still a force, and capturing attention gets harder as time passes. But if Reese can tap into what sets her apart, this could transform how stars are marketed. Is she ready to embrace that shift? Angel Reese's story doesn't end here. Losing those sponsorships might feel like the final blow, but it's also a chance to rewrite her entire legacy. This isn't just about bouncing back, it's about showing the world she can stand for something more than headlines. The days of brands chasing hype are fading, replaced with demand for athletes who create real, lasting impacts. Reese has the tools, her talent, her presence, her ability to connect, to shift her narrative completely. What she chooses to do next could reshape not just her career, but how we see the future of star power in women's basketball.